Morning, folks. How we doing? Let's chat about the correct and incorrect way to leave a place of employment. The reason I want to talk about this is because obviously we had somebody leave. Now, I absolutely am not the person to say anything about people giving a 2-week notice or a week notice, because as we all know, the last 18 months, some crazy things have happened overnight. But so Michael has left us, which it was a good hand, and it's too bad. I hate to see the kid go, but the offer he was made, if it is to be correct and they really are paying that much, I don't blame him. I mean, it's good money, and he figured he was bettering himself. So anyway, so the issue that I want to talk about is, and I made it very clear about how I feel about driving from house to house to house to house to pick people up. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't like doing it. And neither Michael nor Johnny. Michael did have a vehicle, but it broke down on him. So, and it's not like it was out of my way. A little bit, but not bit. So, anyway, so I was picking these guys up. Now, Michael's been talking about this all week, but not like, oh, I'm going to take it, I'm going to take it. He's just been talking about this offer, and that if it come through, then, you know, there'd be a week's notice and all that. So that's kind of the way we were taking it. So he gets out of the pickup last night, and he says, well, I'm not going to say that I'm not going to be here, but I don't know. And I'm like, what? So Brian calls him, no, I'll be there. Now, this is where it gets me. Now, even if he didn't want to, man up and call Brian. Anyway, sorry, I got to unveil the chokers. Anyways, so we get there this morning, and he says, well, I got the offer after I talked to Brian, so I'm not coming today. I got to get some supplies because they're staying in camp on this other job. My point is, he knew last night, and even if it was later, he could have called or texted either me or Johnny and let us know, don't come get me. Basically, he let me come to his house this morning to bring him his stuff. I'm kind of bent out of shape about that. I was already going out of my way to pick him up and all that. He should have texted last night or this morning, said, I'll just come get my stuff later, throw it out, or, something like that. And also, like I say, he knew last night, obviously. He didn't get the call first thing this morning, but, hey, that's what's going on. So if he would have let somebody know last night, we could have started looking for another guy, because now Johnny's down there by himself. We don't have anybody unbelling chokers. I don't have a problem unbelling them, but it is faster. And then when it's time to change line, Johnny's got to come all the way up out, and that thing is steep, and rocky. So he's got to come all the way up and then pull the line all the way down and then come all the way back up and start logging. There's a whole lot of factors to it. I'm not down on the guy for going to work somewhere else, even if it wasn't bettering himself. If he was upset for some reason, obviously something was bothering him, he didn't want to be here anymore. I get that. I've been there. We all know that. And I've made overnight decisions. But I've never left a crew hanging like that. When I did take off or whatever, the truck drivers knew that I wasn't going to be there, so they didn't come all the way back to get a load or, All right, I'm back. Anyways, and I got no problem with somebody going somewhere else. Actually, I think it's a good idea because you learn different, experiences, and you learn people do things differently. And, I've said several times that if I wouldn't have worked for the different companies that I have, there's some things that I may not have, you did it this way and that's the way you did it, and then you go to work somewhere else and they do it a little bit differently, and it's like, hey, that's easier, so there's nothing wrong with him going somewhere else, but he should have done it differently. He should have done it way differently. And I hope the best for him. I hope it works out. I guess my point to it is, or to you younger generation, that, and there's absolutely going to be times that owners or companies are going to do something or say something you don't agree with that make you mad, and you want to go somewhere else. But, when you decide to do that, the people, your crew that you're working with, make sure you take them into consideration. I'm not saying you should stay somewhere you're unhappy just so that the other guys don't have to work shorthanded till they find. I'm saying, this, for instance, right here is a really good example. He should have called last night. The trip over there this morning, and it only took like 8 minutes, but still, that's my time. That I gave up. I had to get up a little bit earlier to go pick them up. All that stuff, consideration. So, all right, well, hope everybody's having a good day. Stay safe, get logs, friends. Cam out.